Hey guys, commentary over live gameplay I did last night. Kind of sucks. My laptop overheated, so I don't know how much of the file. So my laptop just shut off like mid game, just because it overheated. Um, it was a good match. It was definitely, I want to say, winnable. I think I had a probably 50-50 shot of winning it. Um, by the end of it, it might have been 30-40 just because, or 30-40% because I believe he was an imp and I was not getting able to go with the imp. Um, the big thing is, I hope that I can get most of this match, and I haven't been able to fast forward and see how long it is. It won't let me fast forward and skip ahead and see, if 20 minutes of the match was saved or how long how long was actually saved by my laptop. So that's kind of one unfortunate aspect. So off the get-go, we didn't decide to go for the ships. I think we decided just to go with regular kind of a fast age up. I over collected on my gold there. And I see he's got a forward gold, and he's got a mill. So again, that was kind of a lost chance for a Dark Age rush, but whatever. It's definitely, I guess, something that we got to figure out a good balance between the two. Um, but I definitely could have done something with the Dark Age rush there. Anywho, so I mess up a little bit with my gold collection, and I made a second scout, which was nice in terms of my sheep. I did end up getting a good amount of sheep because of the two scouts, and then I transitioned all of these guys onto the sheep here, and I honestly could have replaced my gur on the one of those ponds and started collecting shorefish. So that's something I could have done for sure. I'm coming up to drop off the sheep just because I don't want my villagers to run out of sheep. We do decide to go with deer stones. Ancient Spires is kind of an iffy map to trade with. Though in retrospect, I kind of wish that I had gone Silver Tree and gone Curl Tie. Um, just for later on, hopefully it gets shown. But some of the engagements, French Knights are so strong. That extra 25% damage on my Knights and my Manga, that would have been nice. So I've dropped off all these sheep, and now I'm gonna check out his gold and his deer. See if he's still up there harvesting. We're gonna drop our archery range. Rally our troops to the front. And we're gonna kind of see what our opponent is doing and get some good vision. We do have 5 on wood. I'll drop a tower here just in case he's gonna start raiding me. So he's still got pretty much unprotected villages up there. So now he's up to the feudal age. So um, he did go dock, so that's part of the reason why slowed up his age time a little bit. But he's also got a little bit of a boost in terms of villager count that way. It also means he's heavy on wood. We're dropping blacksmith, and we've got our manga diet ready. So we're coming back in. And at this point, yeah, he's building a tower, which is going to be rough for our raids. It basically means we're not going to be able to raid as efficiently. And at this point, I probably could have harassed his wood line, and it's something that I don't do until later on, and it allows him to drop a lot more towers. So the gold's really important in terms of unit production, and the harassing it was good. But I definitely could have done a little bit of damage there on the wood line as well. In retrospect, something I could have done. A little bit of miss micro. We're gonna go check out this dock. Again, we're trying to idle his gold villagers as much as we can. It's kind of tough because he's got the 4 villagers on gold, and it's a good opportunity to tower rush, drop a tower up there. And then I see he's got I don't know, 9 villagers on stone here. So we're able to pick off a villager, push him off a stone, which is big because he wants to go for a second TC. Yeah, we're gonna harass these boats a little bit, see if we can't pick off one of them. For whatever reason, my Mangudai don't go to attack this ship, but we do get the burn down, which is nice. And again, once I had shut down this stone, I probably could have rotated to this wood line, but I'm more focused on the gold. I'm also floating. Excuse me, I'm floating a ton of wood right here. I've got 400 wood. So I most definitely could have dropped a forward tower. I could have dropped a forward tower, and I could have dropped some more infrastructure up there. I could be getting my upgrades. So we're gonna have his knights kind of chase my manga die. We see that he still hasn't gone onto stone, which is nice for us. It means we kind of reduced his second CT. We've held back his second TC for now. We separated our con from the group, and we're gonna have him drop off there. And yeah, see, he's just going hard on wood right now, which means he could be transitioning to archers, towers, all sorts of stuff. Infrastructure. So again, so kind of a big mistake on my part, not harassing this. So we're just trying to pick off more, you know. He's going to a farm transition now. We get another boat, but yeah, we need to start hitting his wood line. We do burn down that mill, which is a little bit was nice, you know, get a little bit of raid income. And I'm just looking to castle. Um and so we finally get some damage here on his wood line. At which point, you know, I've got the cav to deal with his archers, and he's dropping a tower, so I do want to kind of engage in this fight. So I try to bait his archers out. You know, I lose a Mangadai, but I still want him to kind of commit to this. So I'm gonna go fight the knights with my Mangadai. My horsemen are gonna hit the archers, and my Mangadai. You know, we do a pretty good job of switching our aggro between archers and the knights. So we drop step readout, and I do realize that my my short fishermen are long distance fishing basically. So now we finally hit the wood line with our Mangadai. We also had stopped making Mangadai, which was kind of a bad thing, but I mean, I guess we're getting an age up out of it, which was nice. And we are getting some more harass on his wood line. But we're not full on shutting it down. So he's still getting a bunch of wood, and that means a bunch of archers. Infrastructure, farms, military buildings, etc. So that means he can guarantee his food income now. So we're up to castle. He's still in feudal. Our Uvu is depleted, and basically from here, this is a really big mistake on my part. I don't realize my Uvu is depleted. It's something that happens in a lot of games that I've got to work on, but basically that Uvu is depleted, and we're talking, I don't know, I want to say 20 minutes till I replace it. And when I do try replacing it, the shift Q build order doesn't go through. So on an additional like 3-5 minutes still happens and it doesn't get replaced. So later on in the game, when I'm trying to control some of the gold positions on the map, it sucks. I can't because I don't have any stone for emplacements, and it causes me to lose one really key goal transition that he had. So that's, I guess, one big mistake I do is I definitely messed that up. So now he's got a nice army here. I can go definitely go toe to toe with mine. So we're gonna wrap around the back with our cav because we have some knights now. He's got double tower on this gold. So we fall back there. His archers are fighting us here. So it's kind of a big mistake on my part. I try to fight this archer mass, and the way I try to fight it, I don't even micro. I just kind of like mass him and drop my defense arrow. Like that's gonna work. So that was a really bad call on my part. I let my Mangudai just kind of free shoot, and that's definitely not the way to do it. You definitely want to select fire. So we lose this big mass here, which is a lot of early pressure, and yeah, it just kind of sucks. Not good at all doing that. And his knights here kind of holding us off up there. We do get a veteran horseman upgrade, which is nice. And he's just mirroring our army with his cav, which is a good move on his part. We are starting to we drop a prayer tent. And we do have the relic advantage in this match. So if we went really long and neither one of us can establish trade, the goal that we would be getting would be pretty big. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he doesn't go for Guildhall either. He goes for Royal Academy or Royal Institute, whatever it is. So we split our units. We let our knights fight his knights, and we let our horsemen push out his archers. Behind this, we don't have a lot of Mangudai coming out, and we're sending monks to pick stuff up. We're gonna pick up a bunch of food. Yeah, touch off. Yeah. Yeah, touch up. Sorry about that phone call. So yeah, getting a second priest out. I really wanted to rush this. Pick up, um, moving the TC away from the step readout. So we 100% get the resource pickups. And at this point, I could have been dropping more stables. I should have been dropping more stables. It's kind of like one of the last games I played, where he's making archers, and I can counter archers with cav, and I can fight his cav with my cav. So if I have Mangudai mass, I just have a nice Mangudai mass. But I shouldn't try to be outmassing his archers with Mangudai, but I should just try to be outmassing his cav and his archers with my cav. So only having 3 stables up at this point, I definitely could have a couple more. I could at least have 1 right now. So now he's up to Castle Age. And he's also set up a huge farm eco in the back, I can see. So we're trying to macro a bit. We're going to hit his wood line with these horsemen. I hadn't realized that up top he had a gold production in the north. I gotta get a little bit better on that hotkey there. And we still start dropping infrastructure up front here. His knights clean up that raid. Again, kind of unfortunate. I overstay there 100%. Took me too long to do my macro behind the scenes. I could have, you know, transitioned that 100% a little bit better. Starting to build pastures now. And we're pumping out a horseman. Game over Mangonite. We have a nice archer mass right now. But it could be raiding, especially not right now since he's transitioned into farms, and I could tell you I transitioned into farms. So that's one kind of big mistake on my part. I lose all these villagers here to a night raid, which is kind of unfortunate. I was able to garrison a couple, but I do have this Mangonite to hold it off. So if I had raided, now would have probably been a pretty nice time because I would have gotten quite a few kills there. So here we're able to do a lot of damage to his knights. We're trying to transition into pastures. And we also have a ton of gold. Our food is suffering, and we don't have a market. So here I can see he's got his farm eco going. We do garrison a bunch of his farmers. He has mined out that one gold or stone, and I see he's got his gold up there. I see he's got a wood line up there. So we're gonna go rotate up there and see what we can hit. And prayer tents are falling back. I think maybe I did pick up 5 relics. I do finally pick up the market. I traded out some of my gold. Trading out is nice in terms of balancing resources when you're in a pinch, but it also is really quite in the long run. Gold is scarce, food is technically infinite, so it's not always to your benefit to be trading for that. So we got our infrastructure going here. Instead of dropping infrastructure anymore, which I mean wasn't a bad call, but I think where I was probably a good amount. I definitely could have started going for sacred site, but I could have started dropping towers on that northern gold and the southern gold. So forward towers, just a springhold here, there would have been big. Again, it's 10 minutes later from when my gold ran out or my stone ran out, and we haven't collected any. So that's a big thing too, because we definitely could have been grabbing those front stones with an uwu and denying all that stone from him, pretty easily. I do see he's dropped a second TC, and he was trying to drop a third, and we do get a nice pick here on that. We're able to distract his army, and his wood line he pulls back, but his TC is still going. Yeah, we drop a tower onto this gold down here. But yeah, I could say I got 500 wood. I 100% could have put one of those wood villagers and start dropping infrastructure up north. Again, should have an uvu going. So there's some mistakes there. We do get a nice we get the cap on the sacred site, and we're starting to burn down this TC. He's building a lot of infrastructure, military infrastructure. We get caught up by some knights there, which was unfortunate because we were holding decent against the archer mass. And we do some damage to these villagers, but getting picked by those knights was huge. So here's here I'm finally setting up on that gold, but it really sucks because that setup on that gold is useless because I have no stone. So trying to produce more knights. Trying to get some more pastures up. So this is where so see that's where I shift click my that Uvu, and I'm pretty sure my guy gets picked off by um uh, by a raid or something because he just never ends up building the Uvu, which is kind of unfortunate. Either way, we're almost a full 15 minutes of missed. Stone collection kind of sucks. We lose those knights there. So he spent a bunch of his stone on, town center. And there I realized, I can't get my upgrades. I have 35 stone. I do get the pack upgrade. And this is where I messed up. So there's one villager there that's supposed to be dropping. Okay, so that's where I see now that I'm watching now, that's where I see where I messed up. One of these guys is supposed to be building the I'm gonna bring my other gur up here so I have a closer drop off. But one of those villagers was supposed to be building the Uvu. So again, I don't realize it till way late. So I should be getting my Uvu right about now, but I'm not. So really unfortunate. Again, a big mistake that is going to cost me that 8,000 gold to the north. So there's only 6.5 minutes left on sacred sites. So he's feeling the pressure here, and we're going to keep him off of the sacred site with the manga die. We don't have a big enough mass to fully commit here. We have some knights coming in. These guys are going up. Burn down those towers. And I probably could have been harassing with these Mangadai now. So I'm sitting here defending the sacred site. I could have rotated down. Another thing I was thinking about, but I didn't do. I definitely could have dropped some just a siege workshop and a couple of mangonels. Would have been pretty big. We get a nice raid onto his gold line here. We kill a bunch of villagers. And I wanted to run through past this TC to see if I could pick up any more villagers. Gotta reset this. So his villagers are coming from the wood. So fall back the Mangadai. And this is where I see that he's got this big mass of villagers coming in. And yeah, he's gonna burn down those towers. And we're coming up there with our Mangadai now. I mean, we're close. But yeah. The knights are already here. And again, my uvu isn't up yet. So we're hitting the 30-minute mark here soon, or the 20-minute mark here soon for no villagers or no uvu. So his knights burned down my outpost pretty easily. No, they're not receiving any tower from ballistas or from the springolds. And so we're able to distract this army. Honestly, I spent too much time microing this Mangadai. I had these knights that I could have been sending up there. And these knights needed to hit that archer mass. And instead, I sent my knights to the south, I believe. I sent them to the south to the other gold line. And we idle those, but there's only 7 gold villagers there, and it would have been much more important fighting and holding that first fight up there. So we lose our 1 villager. We still don't have any stone going, and that's when I realized I thought I built this, and I realized I hadn't. So it looks like he has elite knights, so I think he must have got to age 4 along the way somewhere. I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, he's got 4 landmarks on his on the mini map. Yeah, and now he's got some veteran or some elite archers in here. So that was a big mistake, not contesting that northern gold, and this is pretty soon where the game is gonna die off. So yeah, it was definitely unfortunate. That little mistake with the uvu, and we lose the sacred site at about the 3-minute mark. Sending those that nice 6-7 knights that I had to the south to that entrenched position where I was going to take damage for sure, versus you can tell my computer's starting to slow down. It's starting to the frame rates are starting to drop a little. But if I had contested those archers before they'd been upgraded, I definitely could have killed those archers, pushed off those knights with the Mangada that I had, and probably stopped that other gold. And he would have had to commit to fighting for that gold because that was what he needed to go for. Another thing too, a little bit of management of the micro there, in terms of dealing with those towers beforehand too. I just sent them down to kill villagers. So his army's chasing mine. And we're gonna push off these archers. There is a front gold up here by our proxy. That probably I should probably be mining that right now. And I 100%, if I brought all those guys up there, I could have dropped a couple towers up front, repositioned some of that the stables. But we're going for, I guess it's a front gold. It's a little safer. I didn't see the gold in the very top north corner. So again, that's something I probably could have been starting to go for. We burned down his the mining camp, so it kind of slows down that production a little bit. I knew he was going, so I started going for trade because I feel like my gold might run out here soon. And I raided down to his stone here because I felt like the gold was pretty entrenched. But his stone, I felt like he was just starting to collect and put towers on, so I felt like it was undefended. And it was a good call. We do catch about like 10, 11 villagers on his stone. So yeah, he's got a huge archer mass there. And he's starting to push our proxy here. And yeah, a couple more ballista towers would have been helpful in holding here, 100%. We do kill off all of those stoneworkers, but we basically lost our position on this proxy base, and now he's pumping out a lot of calves. So at this point, he's got the upper hand. He's aged up, and I'm not. And I start dropping some infrastructure back here. Realistically, I might I kind of need to do it a little bit further back, and I basically lose another gold node this way. And yeah, so that's where the game looks like it froze. Oh yeah, that's what the first part. That's the first time the game froze. And then so it's about to completely shut off on me here soon. So yeah, we're just trying to raid and trying to pick up some more villages where we can. He was going down. I'm not entirely sure where he's going. So he's going for my Uvu. Yeah, so he goes and bursts down my Uvu here. I decided to build a couple towers. Just in case this mass comes to my base, I won't be able to garrison. And we're building infrastructure as well with only one villager. And we're gonna get a nice raid again on his wood line over here, but he's got a nice military mass, so killing all of these villagers is gonna be nice. And from here we gotta transition down into his farm line. And yeah, so that's where the game basically, or my laptop basically froze and it died. So it was a good match and it was going decent. I feel like it was still winnable, especially with having the 5 relics. So it was a fun match, but it was pretty intense. But I couldn't. There's definitely a few mistakes made, and yeah, it kind of sucks. I couldn't finish the game because my laptop just overheated and turned off. And yeah, it counted as a loss, but I think it might have been winnable still. So yeah, hopefully tonight I'll get some games in without overheating my laptop. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you on the next one.